how important is it to have a whole department school approach to teaching vocabulary, or should each department have a literacy keywords lead? How does that organize with the school structure?
Right. I think if you're interested in that, look at the EEF report from 2019. Again, there's a link on my PowerPoint, because I think what it means is that the literacy and language should be within the disciplines, because we've all done this. And I think this is probably what I'm trying to get the message across about. It's why I'm interested in science in particular, because if we don't put it within our subjects and we don't take ownership of it as a team, as a department, then it's just another add-on. And it shouldn't be an add-on, because what we need really robust CPD for our teachers on what language, because the medium of teaching is in the language. You know, you can't have a good scientist without a good vocabulary, without a good knowledge of the words, of the language. You can't have a good scientist if they can't read and write about it. So I think for me, it has to be within departments, within a whole school. And I think why I love this report and why I like being on that panel is because I could say, well, science teachers don't work like that. We like short sentences. We don't like things to be overly complex. We want it simple. You know, we don't want to write stories about these things because it becomes an add-on. And we've all done that in literacy. I've done that, you know, your PE paragraphs, modelling what they do in English. It isn't the same. And I think that it's about this disciplinary literacy, which means that we've got that departments take ownership of this. What does it mean to us and what do we need to do? And so the best whole school approach is actually then look at it through the lens of the subjects. And we do those layers. And I think that would be, for me, the best way forward.
Okay, fantastic. Let me ask you one more question before I can finish. People have been, well, two, if you wanna. One of them is about dual coding. Do you think using images help with teaching vocabulary?
Yeah, I'm learning Spanish at the moment, as I've said, and my head is full of vocabulary, and the images definitely help. And I think the dual coding with the images, you know, we don't always do this, and sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's not. And I think having those images really, really helps, whether it's a sketch you've drawn, whether it's not Duolingo, whoever's asking, it's another one. And I think that's really important. But if we just did that, that's all we would do. So what I'm saying is, the more we know, the better we are at stopping our lessons and saying, oh, this is, and actually knowing and identifying. It's like the pre-mortem. You start a topic and you have a look. Where is the difficulty in language going to come from this topic? How does that link to what they've done in year 7? How does that link to what they've done in primary? Where's the misconceptions and the confusion? And so it's just like good teaching is, but we're looking at it through the lens of language, and that's the medium that we teach in. So we need to make sure we're getting that right.
Okay, amazing. Very final question. Do you have any books or podcasts or articles for people who want to start reading about that?
Yes, I've got, on my presentation, there are lots of books. I will just read a few. This is my very favourite book. It's really old. Anybody who's been around a long time like me, it's a really old book, Literacy and Language. Also the National Strategies Key Stage 3 from the 90s and the 2000s has got a lot of information on it. This is the only one I can actually find just about science education. It's a bit old now, and if you're out there, Jerry Wellington and Jonathan Osborne, at some point please write a new one. Bringing Words to Life, it's American but it's fantastic. Other people have stolen a couple of my other books that I don't have. Alex Quigley's Mind the Vocabulary Gap is absolutely superb and really, really easy to read. And it's no surprise that he's actually, a lot of his examples of these complex words are science terms. And also there is something from the OUP. There's lots and lots that I've got on the end of my presentation, which I will be putting on Twitter, and we will be sharing on Seneca as well. Yes. Oh, and Alex Quigley's got his new book out, Mind the Reading Gap.
Great. So yeah, a lot of people asking about Twitter. We will be sharing this on Twitter, but we'll also have a specific page on Seneca Learning only for those teach meets. So we're creating a YouTube channel to share the recordings.
Oh, good grief.
And we will have the slides and the PowerPoint presentations on a page on Seneca Learning. So even if you're not on Twitter, it doesn't matter, just go on Seneca. First things, do Amanda's CPD course, because you'll learn a lot more about that. And 2, just wait until you have this page and then you can access everything back again. Right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amanda.
Really
I mean,
everybody's
loving it. I loved it. So thank you very much.